Hey, Tim Unkert here, and in this video, I'm going to show you a setup for writing in Vim. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and I've been meaning to start a blog, and I'm wondering, is content really king? And can you get a lot of visitors to a blog, basically just through your social channels, no paid advertising like that or anything like that, with just a plain HTML blog with just basically the Google tag script in there. So it's just very plain looking blog. So I'm going to try and see if I can get the equivalent of 1,000 visitors per month by the end of this year. So a month and a half, just through um, social media channels and uh, good content. Okay, on web development and programming, of course. All right, so I'm going to set this up. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm going to go about writing these posts and the most efficient way, because I'm going to focus on the writing for this. I'll still be doing videos, of course, on coding, that kind of thing, but I want to be able to just blast out, 1,500, 2,000 words and just put it quickly into a template and go. And it's going to look like old school, totally old school blog. All right, but I'm going to use Vim to do this because I think Vim is a great tool for writing and for coding, for basically anything. And so let's talk a little bit about my Vim setup for this. So I'm going to go to my vimrc, and I'll leave a link to this vimrc in the description. So I'll go through a few things here. I have set no compatible, file type plugin indent on, syntax on, typical stuff. Set tab stop equal 4. So I basically, want to have 4 spaces when I tab. Auto indent, smart indent. I'm remapping JJ to the escape key in insert mode, so I can just do JJ really quick and get back to normal mode. Setting term GUI colors. I'm going to try this minimalist theme. Themes you can switch in and out with Vim, and I thought it looked pretty cool. But I'll probably switch up a bunch of themes. That's how I like to keep it interesting. I switch up a bunch of themes. And now let's talk about some plugins. Now you don't see I don't have a plugin manager in my vimrc. I'll show you where those are in a moment. But I've got Goyo, and I've got Control A remapped for Goyo. I've got just here, this isn't a plugin, but just CB to go to NetRW to explore. And then CT to go to my terminal. That's more for coding, but I just threw it in there. Anyways, and then here, I've got a few of these, which I just pasted online, which basically what it does is when I go to insert mode, it goes to a single line here. And then when I go back to normal mode, it's the block. And then if I want to replace something, it's an underline, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's my vimrc. Let's quit out of here. And now let's look at where I'm putting the themes in the plugin. So first off, the themes are in .vim/pack/colors/opt. And you'll see I have 2 themes that I downloaded, Minimalist and Nightfly GUI colors. I may also put Nord in there. Anyway, so those are my themes. If I go back a little bit, so CD back twice, and I go into plugins/start, we list out, you'll see I have auto pairs. That's more for coding, not necessarily for writing. Goyo.vim and Vim Markdown, which is Tim Pope's plugin for syntax highlighting for Markdown, which I'm going to use. Okay, so let's go back to my home here, and you'll see I created a little folder called Personal. So I'll go into that, and I'm going to be doing this experiment on one of my domains, timunkert.net. I want to see if I can get the equivalent of 1,000 hits per month, which would either be 1,000 hits in December or December 31st, 1,000 divided by 31. Okay, so let's go into this here, and you'll see when I list out, I have this base HTML. So let's open that up and see what I'm going to do with that. So what I have in this base HTML is I have the doc type declared, and then we open the HTML tag, and then you have the head, a UTF-8 character set in our meta. Meta name equals viewport. One other thing I probably should include is meta name equals description, and content equals, and I'll just leave this blank here. And then for each one, I'll just go in and fill in the description, like I have a space for the title here to fill in. Okay. Again, this is just going to be trying to get reach through social media. Okay. Below that, I have style, and this is the main style that I'm going to be incorporating in this. A max width of 800 pixels and a padding of 20 pixels. You'll notice I don't have margin left auto, margin right auto, so this is going to end up on the left side of the screen, like an old school 90s blog. Okay. Below that, I do have a Google Tag Manager that I'm going to include on each of these pages, just so I can see how many visitors I'm getting to this blog. And then below that is where the body is going to be. Okay, so how might I use this for blog posts? So let's first, instead of saving it as the base.html, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to save this as, let's do first blog post.html. Okay, so now if we quit out of here and we list out, we see we have those two, and I can Vim into my first blog post.html, and I could just start writing in the body HTML, but I really don't want to write my HTML just for a blog. I just want to focus on writing. So what I'm also going to do is create a Vim first blog post.markdown. Okay, and I can do Control A and get my Goyo going so it's more centered. And now I can start writing in Markdown, something like my first blog post. Okay, and then I can just start writing my content. I have it nice centered on the screen. When I'm done, I'm going to save it. Okay, and so let's just let's go here and we'll just do an example. So we'll do lorem ipsum. We'll just search for basically some dummy text to put in here just to show you what I can do with this. Okay, and so I'm just going to copy this paragraph here. Okay, and paste that in. All right, and then we can demonstrate a few more things. Maybe I have list item 1, list item 2, list item 3, and then maybe I have an ordered list. So ordered list item 1, ordered list item 2, and ordered list item 3. And then we have a table. Let's have a table with, we'll have some data. So let me check table Markdown. Hold on 1 minute. Just want to see the format here, because we don't have to. You don't have to format it 100%, even if it looks a little wonky. Okay, so yeah, we got something like this. So let's have, I don't know, name. Let's just do a simple one: name and age, something like that. And then we have, this is how we're going to create our table. And we have various names like Tim. I'm age 45. We have, I don't know, Billy. Let's say he's age 32. Let's say Cindy is age 42. And we'll have Oldie. Oldie will be age 132. Okay, so we have some ages. We have a little table there in Markdown. Let's see what else we want to do. Let's see if a code. Well, we won't do that. But basically, anyways, you get the point. So we're gonna save this. All right, maybe we even have, I don't know. Go down here. We have a second heading or something. Second level heading. So on and so forth. So we save it, go out of here, and got out of Goyo, quit out of there, and then we do pandoc, and then we do first blog post.markdown. We want to do first, let's just call this first blog post html.html because we've already saved it in the template. So okay, so we do that. All right, we run that, and that's Vim into first blog post html.html, and we'll see we've got all this HTML created from Pandoc, basically from the Markdown file. So I'm just going to highlight this and do Shift G to get down to the bottom, Shift $sign to get to the end of the line, Y to yank it, okay, and then we'll just open a vertical split here, and we'll go and just go over to the other window here, or we could stay in the other one, and we'll open, and then we'll do first blog post just .html. Okay, so we've got our stuff here. We want to navigate to the body. Okay, P to paste. So now we've pasted in all this content. All right, let's go over to the other window here. We'll just quit out of here. So now we've got all this content. If we go up, it's not formatted 100% correctly. So what we're going to do is just Shift $sign to get to the end, V, GG to get to the top, and then equal sign. And then if we scroll down, we'll notice that, look at that. It's all formatted nicely, and we got a table in there with a table head, table body. We've got all that HTML created and ready to be uploaded to the server with the blog post. So that's how I'm going to do this blog, and hopefully I can get 1,000 hits per month on the blog. We'll see. So anyways, this will be a fun experiment. I hope this video helped you if you're thinking about creating your own blog. I'd recommend doing it with something like Vim. You can get it formatted really nice and easy. Do some Markdown with some Pandoc, and just boom, you got yourself a blog. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I'll do more video on the blog once I actually get an actual post up there. And of course, I'll be doing more coding stuff. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Have a great day.